Hi guys, all school dads. Subscribe please. Today my wife is with me, Casey. I know she's better looking than me, so I decided to bring her along because yeah, I'm sorry guys. So she's gonna be with me a bit more. Uh, huh? The news. The muse. So today we're going to talk about phone, big topic, So daughter is 12 years old. She doesn't have a phone, no smartphone. She has contacts, WhatsApp accounts. She can keep contact with her traveling friends. They ring, they video call. I've got I've got absolutely no issue with that. She's using mommy's phone to do that, the WhatsApp. She has absolutely zero social media. We are quite scared about cyberbullying. I don't think any kids 12 years old should have a phone yet. A lot of them have. This is the parents' choice. I'm not going to judge anyone. This is the parent choice. More time offline means also more time to do hobbies, to do sports, reading, to do arts. Uh, you know, More time for real friendship. You know, you know what they say: interact, look around you, smell the roses. Uh, you know what they say about Facebook? Huh? They say more friends, less friendship. So try to make work friends. Our daughters is really, and I tell you quite the truth. Of course, she would like a phone, but she doesn't really ask for it. What I mean? She's an avid reader. She's got a Kindle. She has the Kindle all the time. She reads. She loves fantasy book. She loves to read. Really loves to read. We have a tablet for her, so we let her have the tablet 3 nights a week. So she can watch movie, and otherwise that's it. Um, no social media. Uh, in my opinion, you know, make the kids more mature, interact. I don't know if you realize, but kids don't interact anymore with each other. They don't talk to each other. I see kids with their phone. It's like they glue on their hands. Sometimes they look like one hand kids. They cannot let the phone go away from their hands. Why? I mean, so we want to teach our kids to interact with other kids. By the time you're 12 years old, you should start to interact with adults. Now she's asking more and more questions to her mom, about, girls things. They have conversation with their mom. Hi, darling.
Yes, and I think it's true. Uh, Bully. So for me, because my work, my work is social media. So when I started, I had so many bully, and then at the beginning, imagine with me I'm already old enough, but still it still hurt, still destroyed. That was the time when I was starting. So but now I've been doing this long time, so I already immune. No, I get used to it and I know now how to yeah work on it. So imagine for these kids who doesn't know anything, they just growing, and after that they get this cyber bullying. So I don't really, I think it's too early for them to experience that.
So of course, it's going to be a time when she will have a phone. The later, the better for us. We're trying to focus on sports. Sorry, guys, a bit too much aircon. Aircon, hot, cold.
Weather.
The weather. So we're trying to avoid that. Of course, she's gonna have social media one day, and but I don't see the need now. She's extremely athletic, and she really loves to do sports, love reading. She's got plenty of hobbies. We just bought a new little electric scooter. She loves riding a little scooter. So no needs. For me, there is no need for kids 12 years old to be on social media. And if you look around different country now, they are more and more and more banning. You cannot have social media before 16, and I think that's a great thing. Personally, I think it's a great thing, and all that is the cause of all that is cyberbullying. You know what I mean? You can be in contact with adults who are going to pretend to be kids, who are going to talk to your 13 years olds. You know what I mean? It's they are predator there. They are not really really nice old guys or girls. Who are going to choose your kids as a prey, and so each to their own. Each can choose. We see 3 years old with phone in the hands. I think it's wrong. It's not okay. um, After that, you have kids who are good at gamings. You know what I mean? So that's can be good. If your kids is good at gamings, and if we know a few kids who are really good at gamings, and maybe they're going to make a work out of it, a job, a career. You know what I mean? So, but you're gonna make sure you monitor your kids, and TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that. No need. There's no need. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, our daughter loves to take photography. You know what I mean? She's got a proper camera. She can take picture. It's digital. You love to take photography. There's no problem at all. You know what I mean? So you do not need a smartphone. Is this smartphone really smart? That is the question, isn't it?
Smartphone and they think they are smart. Maybe
You
they're
know
not
what I
gonna
mean?
be smart.
Yeah, personally, I think, it's making our kids lazier. You know, kids don't want to go out anymore. They want to stay in front of the screen. And so, yeah. Um, Again, my favorite words, which I put at the beginning of my book: subjective and objective. I'm not judging anyone there. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about my experience. When my kids grow up, I've got two kids which are 30 years old. When my kids grow up, it wasn't any smartphone there. So it was the old flip phone, and so people used to text, and that's it. Texting is okay. I mean, just like, but even texting, I mean, texting is good, but just ring. Hello, how are you? It just like texting sometimes can be, you know people can send mean things texting, unnecessary. You ring, you have a good conversation, old fashioned time, old fashioned style. And I think it's the best way to do it. That's it for now. You have a beautiful day, guys. You want to add something, darling?
Yeah, I remember those times. I was young. I was used to play outside, jumping, running. No phone, no. Yeah, it's fun. I think it was our last era when no cell phone. We enjoy. Everyone is outside. Now, I remember before, because we don't give any gadget to CJ and less TV like that. So I asked her, go outside, play with your friends, and she came back see me. And she said, "Ma, no one is outside. Everyone is inside their house." I said, "Just go out, climb, use your push bike, drive around this, blah blah blah." So yeah, and that's it. She went out and she was enjoying. She was enjoying her push bike. So yeah, and then I saw some kids are the friends are inside the house watching TikTok, dancing this. So yeah, it's good.
That's it. Thank you, guys. See you next video. Bye bye. Thanks, darling.